Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a reading video. It's going to be however many times I pick up my phone each day. I've done like last week's results of how many times I picked up my phone. I've jotted them down on a piece of paper and stuff, and yeah, anyway, the amount of times I like pick up my phone in a day is the amount of pages I read, but because they're all like, I was going to say they're all under 50 pages. One of them's like just over 50 pages. But they're all roughly under 50 pages apart from one. Which is surprising. I thought it would be more, but it's actually not. So I feel like it's a thing of... Sorry, my glasses are like fogging up a bit. I feel like apparently it's a thing of I pick up my phone less, but I just spend more time on my phone. Like spend longer on my phone when I pick it up, then I pick it up and just spend hours on my phone. But yeah, I thought this was like, I've seen some other people do this, and I thought it would be like a good play and difference on reading for the amount of time that I'm on my phone while swapping my screen time for my reading. I just thought this will be a nice switch from that. But yeah, because all bar one day is under like 50, well, it's all under 100, and most people's were like around like 100 or so pages they were reading. They were picking up their phone, so they'd have to read like 100 pages. Because mine are all under that, I decided to add 25 to each day, because we're in 2025. So I thought, you know what, they're all roughly not that bad, so let's add 25 more pages onto each day. And that they're still not like hitting the 100 mark anyway. With them, I think, yeah, the highest day is literally Friday, where it's like 78 pages I've got to read, so they're not that bad. So yeah, so my screen time is probably still like terrible. But yeah, I figured out like I just pick up my phone and then spend hours on my phone, and then I'll put it down. Not I'll pick up my phone umpteen times a day and do that. Well, I still do pick up my phone quite a lot from this, but yeah, it's not nearly enough to subject to making my screen time reasonable. But yeah, so I'm starting this on a Wednesday and going from there. I'm also starting another book today. I'm also just going to put my fan on because it is warm and stuff. But yeah, so I'm starting a new book because I finished my other ones. So I need to start a new book. Oh, this is like a floppy kind of book. But yeah, so I'm now on to Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. And that, which is one of my 6 books left on my TBR this year, so I'm slowly getting there. Yeah, so I'm going to start this one and do as much of the reading of this book as I can. So all the reading this week is going to be on this book. And yeah, so today it's time, well, last week I picked up my phone 23 times, last Wednesday. So I would read 23 pages, but obviously I'm adding an extra 25 pages, so it goes to 48 pages. I worked out and added all the stuff up like beforehand. But yeah, I'll give all like the stats of how many pages it would have been without adding the 25 pages at the end of the week, and then also how many pages it is that I'm going to be reading with adding the 25 pages. Obviously, I'm only going to be filming and talking about and doing the actual amount of pages that I need to read. If I read more than the pages I need to read today, then I read more. If I just read the amount of pages I need to read, then I do that. So yeah, but I'm going to start, since I haven't actually started this book yet, so it's going to be on number 1, page number 1 and stuff. I will show you guys my bookmark, since I like showing you guys my bookmarks at times. I can't even get these tabs off. Oh, here you go. Let's put the tabs on the back to get them out of the way. I'm just using this Disney one that has like Bambi, I think Thumper's also on it, and then some other like rabbits and stuff, which says a good book is an event in my life. I want to say that is Thumper, I'm not sure, because that one's grey and they're like brown. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just got this like bookmark which I'm going to use. But yeah, so I've got 48 pages to read today, so let's get started with this. It also seems like a really thick book. But I know I'm definitely not finishing this book in this video, I can tell you that now, because it's like 500 and something pages. But anyway, let's get started. So guys, another day of reading since it is Thursday. My times that I picked up my phone on Thursday were 34 times I picked up my phone. So obviously a bit more than Wednesday. But obviously adding an extra 25 pages to that makes it 59. So I'm going to read 59 more pages of this book today. I didn't end up reading any more than what I read yesterday in the book, so I'm still on page, but I read 48 pages, so I'm on page 49. So yeah. Oh, the bus has just stopped outside, that was so weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna read another 59 pages. Also, if you see like this thing on my tooth, I think I had it in like the last clip as well. It's like tooth stickers that I've been like putting on my teeth, every day, just to, like use them up kind of thing. So I don't think I mentioned it in the last like clips yesterday, so I thought I'll quickly mention it now just in case you guys see it and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna read another 59 pages, which takes me to I don't know where in this book. So I need to work that out, so then I can read to that page. So yeah, gonna work that out. I might use one of the tabs that I have on the back of my bookmark, which I use to tab the books. Use one of the tabs to work out what number it is up to and stuff. So yeah. So another day, another lot of reading. So Friday was actually the day I picked up my phone the most, with being 53 times. So yeah, that plus another 25 is 78. I've already like tabbed the next 2 days, so I've tabbed today and tomorrow's a lot. And that this book is thick. I'm about like, I think it's like 17% in from yesterday. I'm only like page 100 and I've read 107 pages. I'm on 108, which is chapter 17. And the fact that I'm on chapter 17 already and I'm only 17% through or something is kind of scares me, to be honest. But yeah, because it is quite a big book. I'm also thinking about this now though, I might actually end up finishing this book in this video and starting a new book. Because tomorrow's lot of reading is like close to halfway. It isn't exactly halfway, but it looks close to halfway through the book. So I want to say like halfway might be like about here. So it's somewhat close, not fully, but somewhat close. And that. But yeah, I'm also like taking like a pause in between like filming this video as well. But yeah. So another 78 pages to read, which will then take me up to page, where's the tab there? Page 185. I'll be on, well, I would have finished 185. So I'll then next we'll start on chapter 28, 126. So yeah, got quite a bit to read today, quite a chunk. Yeah, let's get into doing that, shall we? And at least get it started. Hi guys, it is Saturday, so obviously another day of reading. There has been like a break in between, like a week's break in between of doing some reading. And that, as you can see, I'm down my nan and granddad's. I'm in a different room. And that I've like taken a few days off of doing some reading, and now I'm getting back to doing it to finish off the last 4 days. This video was meant to be this day was meant to be filmed like last week, but ended up not doing it, so starting now. But yeah, obviously it is Saturday, so another day of reading. And today's number of pages is 59 I mean. So I picked up my phone 34 times, obviously adding the 25 ends up being 59. But yeah, I'm quite far into the book. I'm not exactly halfway yet. I feel like after doing today's lot of reading, I will possibly be halfway, if not a bit over. So obviously I've tabbed where I need to read up to today. The first 3 lots of days I ended up reading up to page 186, and then I've done a bit of reading since then. So yeah, I feel like with the amount of pages I have left, I might end up finishing this book, I might not. I feel like I might end up finishing it, so I might end up having to read the 4th book in this series, Magnolia Park series. Like a few pages of that for this video as well. But yeah, anyway, let's get started on reading 59 pages today, which actually isn't that bad. I've done like my most amount of pages read, and and my least amount of pages read already. So yeah, let's get reading. Another day of reading. So Sunday I picked up my phone 36 times. So add another 25 to it. I got 61 pages to read today. I've done the next few days of tabs. So yeah, so far I've read up to page 333, and that is also including obviously a few random days of reading. The first, what was it, 3 days of reading, I read up to page 186. So yeah, I'm getting quite far into this book. It turns out I'm not going to end up finishing this book in this video unless I do extra reading for the next few days, which I highly doubt I'm going to probably do. But yeah, let's get on to reading. Today's lot of reading I need to do. So yeah. So it is Monday, which means another day of reading. I need like today and another day left, but I picked up my phone 27 times on Monday, so add another 25, 52 pages I have to read today. I've already tabbed today and tomorrow's lot of reading. Tomorrow might change just in case if I do any extra reading today, but yeah, I've already tabbed the lot of pages that I need to do. So yeah, I might not actually end up finishing this book. I think I did that yesterday, but yeah, got 52 pages to read, so let's crack on with that. So it is Tuesday, another day of reading, well, the last day of reading. I picked up my phone 47 times on Tuesday, so I've got 72 pages to read, obviously adding in the 25 pages. So yeah, let's get on to that. And I'm like near the end once I read them. So yeah, so let's get into the reading. So I have just finished doing all the reading I need to do for the week, and the amount of times I pick my phone up. I've literally got 85% into this book. Obviously there was a time where I read more pages than I needed to, and there was like a split in the week of reading and stuff. But yeah, the amount of times I picked up my phone was 254 times in the week, and then with me adding the 25 pages on, I ended up reading 429 pages. Obviously for this video I obviously read extra because I'm on page 519, about to start chapter 72. But yeah, got so far into this book and stuff, so yeah, it was a good change from having to read for so many hours, because I could literally just go pick up the book whenever during the day and put in like the tab of what I was doing, of where I needed to get up to, read however much I wanted to read, and then I could put the book down for however long in the day and then pick it up in like the evening or something, or like just before going to bed, and then finish off how many pages I needed to read. And I didn't have this like set time of going, I need to read for this amount of time, which is more stressful for doing, because I'm like, okay, so I need to set this amount of time aside during the day to try and read. Whereas with doing like the times I pick up my phone to the pages, less stressful, don't have to worry about trying to schedule other stuff around it as well. You can do other stuff during the day and not have to be like, right, I need this massive block or this block of time to be able to put aside to do reading. So this was way more fun and less stressful than reading for a certain amount of time. And to be honest, I probably have read less pages doing it this way than obviously reading for a certain amount of time. I can't say specific at this point. Specific amount of time. But yeah, so I probably have read less, but it was way more fun and less and stress-free. But yeah, I might end up doing this again sometime. And that probably like next week or not next week, next year or something. But yeah, I got so far into this book. But I will see you guys Sunday for a vlog, and then see you guys next Wednesday for another video, which I think is a DIY video. So I will see you guys then. Bye!